and knowing sort of the culture there, this seems like President Trump kind of knocked it out of the park. I mean, even when some of those uncomfortable questions came up, you know, he was able to deflect, but also not totally give Keir Starmer no way of exiting. And there was a lot of diplomacy and a lot of deals made.
Yeah, what was so astonishing about this is once all of the pleasantries had gone by, the scripted bits, the celebrations of the deals that had been done, the cooperation on defense, on nuclear technology, then came the interesting bit, the bit where the press pack decided to put their questions, the bit that cannot be scripted. And what I saw was a rather unprecedented dressing down of Sir Keir Starmer in quite a gentle, paternal way, saying to him that from Trump's own experience, illegal immigration tears the country inside out. He needs to get tough on it and use the military to tackle that. Well, he might be interested to know that it was Sir Keir Starmer himself who wrote the guidelines for barristers to help them block deportations of illegal immigrants. There was also eyebrows raised with questions over free speech. I'm sure the American administration knows that we have had various
I'm glad you went there. Yeah. I want to play his answer about the free speech, if I can, just kind of insert that here, because we're talking so much about Charlie Kirk and his ability to reach across the aisle and really debate anyone and have thoughtful conversations. Cost him his life. But here is Starmer. Some say he didn't really hit the mark with this answer on free speech, but yet, let's play this.
That has long lived in this country, free speech. It's one of the founding values of the United Kingdom, and we protect it jealously and fiercely. I'm all for free speech. I'm also for protecting children.
Was that good enough, do you think, Mercedes, with free speech really under real questionable and, behaviors there? I mean, it's a good deflection from a politician.
It truly is, but actions speak louder than words, and what we've seen of the actions coming out of the UK, I mean, they've thrown, a priest in jail for praying in front of an abortion clinic and not even speaking, for that matter. And we've seen other instances as well where they have censored free speech in a way that have led to basically using the legal system, the judicial system, to shut these people down, a lot of these people who are trying to speak up freely. And look, the UK has some serious issues when it comes to immigration and the lack of control that has led to the influx of, hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants who have come into the UK, completely changing the demographics. And it's why you're seeing so many citizens of the UK saying enough. So I think President Trump obviously going to the UK, meeting with the King, an incredibly important moment because they are an important ally of the U.S. and these investments have to happen. And they're one of the few European countries that are not part of the European Union, which we know they live by a whole different set of rules, which is very much of no control on immigration, far too many high taxes, and too much control in Brussels.
We have some domestic news I want to keep you on to talk about, Mercedes. But a final thought from Alex. When we say pomp and circumstance, no one really does it like the Brits. And last night there was a beautiful show of elegance, regal. Obviously, we don't have kings and queens, but you get President Trump sitting next to the future Queen of England, and that smile that she's giving him is seen all around the globe. This was America is back. America is the hottest country, as President likes to say. But as someone with your perspective, European, there was definitely a message here. And King Charles, I think, was very proud himself to be able to host President Trump. Final thoughts.
Yeah, well, traditionally, anyone who's watched the series The Crown on Netflix will know that the royal family have often used ambassadors in diplomatic roles. And the whole point of this was actually getting Donald Trump to Windsor Castle, not Buckingham Palace, where the mad anti-Trump protesters who all love Sir Keir Starmer, who are all on the left wing, would have brought huge embarrassment to the country, in order to mollify him and bring some magic in the hope actually that the sort of natural divisions that exist between Starmer and Trump could be healed. And as a British citizen, I was delighted to see your president give our prime minister a dressing down. And I think America has to stay alive to Sir Keir Starmer. He might look like a nice man. He might have been able to slither and slime and spin and say things on that podium that give reassurances. But we in Britain, on the right of politics, are terrified of this man. This man is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's a global socialist. He wants to take us back to the EU. He believes in open borders. And I hope President Trump comes back and repeats the lessons he tried to teach today.